because we are called now to go home. Today we're having this press conference, and then we will be going to Senator Thune's office for a sit-in, pray-in, a demand-in, if you will. He is the Senate leader, and I'll talk about that in a second. And then this evening we'll be meeting at the Presbyterian Church, Pennsylvania Avenue Presbyterian Church. What's that again? New York Avenue, thank you. Called, there's the Presbyterian over there, called the Lincoln Church. And there we will cast a vision for 100 days of mobilization, 1,000 marches to the polls on the first day of early voting in every battleground state, every southern state, and across this nation and beyond.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
We are early voting, and we will be declaring that in this moment we do not need to have a march on Washington. We need a march in the states to change Washington.
Yes.
The power is in the states. We will be electing every member of state legislatures and every member of the United States House of Representatives and a third of the United States senators, and some places governors and others. The power is in the states. States can block your living wages. States can block your health care. States can pass voter suppression law. In fact, they've already passed over 87 of them, particularly in southern states. And the power, and we'll talk about this evening, the power that's actually ours. I would like to ask my staff team, those that are over there, if y'all would come over here, because I have funny ears, and even when you laugh, I know you don't mean it, but I can hear it, so come on over here. That in states, the number of poor and low-income voters, the number of people who've lost their health care, the number of people who've lost their SNAP, outweighs, in some places, 10 to 20 times more than the number and then the margin of victory. I was looking at it this morning. In Mississippi's governor's race, for instance, if you look at the number of poor and low-wage people that didn't vote, the number of people that lost their health care, the number of people that don't have living wages, in that governor's race, the margin was about less than what, Daniel, 30,000 votes.
Yes.
But if you put all those numbers together of pain, you're talking about over 1 million people.
That's right.
Our job is to organize that pain.
That's right.
And to call people to own their power.
That's right.
So we're coming today to make an announcement. We've already had hundreds of people that say we're going to lead these marches in very conspicuous ways to draw other people out. Today, our coalition partners, over 40 of them, are part of this movement, 100 days of mobilization, 1,000 marches to the polls the first day of early voting and beyond. Foundry United Methodist Church, Minute Marshals, National City Christian Church, the AME Zion Church, not just a church, but the church, the AME Church, and I could go on and on. We'll talk more about these this afternoon. They'll be with us. But our business this morning is to walk from here to Senator Thune's office. Look at these placards. We're here for an entire day, yes?
That's right.
And the reason we must do this, the reason why Repairs to the Breach is also putting together a program with our partners to reach 5 million infrequent poor and low-wage voters through texting, direct texting with their peers, 1 million black men with texting from their peers, as well as knocking on doors, as well as marching, as well as calling people to own their power. We are here this morning, and the U.S. war in Iran has already spending about $1.5 billion per day.
Shame.
And since it has been going on, some estimates say between $113 billion and $200 billion. That money could be addressing the real issues rather than being poured down a dark hole in an immoral and illegal war.
That's right.
Brother Clinton was sharing with me just yesterday that now there is an attempt going on in the Senate, which is why we want to talk to Senator Thune, to pass that $1.something trillion budget, defense budget, out of the House, but then to put money here and there that can then be given to the states in grants that they can then use for voter suppression.
No.
$10 billion of tricky money. We call it tricky money. To send to the states to engage in voter suppression. $10 billion. We also know that we're in a time where more than 16 million people, because of the big, deadly, ugly, destructive bill, are at risk of continuing to lose their health care.
That's right.
And their health insurance, their Medicaid. And roughly 4 million people have already lost their food, their SNAP benefits, children, women. This is wrong. And so we're going as clergy and impacted people. We wrote the senator and asked for a meeting. We haven't heard back yet, so we're going to the office. Because what the Senate ought to be doing, forget being a Democrat, forget being a Republican, just be human.
That's right. That's right.
Just be loving.
Come on.
Just be caring.
Come on.
Just do what you said you swore to do.
That's right.
You swore to establish justice. You swore to provide for the common defense and promote the general welfare.
That's right.
You swore to ensure domestic tranquility.
That's right.
You swore equal protection under the law.
That's right.
And if that's what you swore to, first thing you ought to be blocking any bill, any type that's pushing any kind of voter suppression.
That's right. That's right.
Instead, what we should do is be passing a new national voting rights bill.
That's right.
Expanding voting rights.
That's
Rather than retrogressing voting rights.
That's right.
Rather than doing something that folk want to do because they know they can't win in a fair fight, so they want to cheat at the ballot box.
That's right. Big truth.
But right now, we see the House sent over to the Senate a bill that would affect 60+ million women. This is not just a black fight. 60-some million women could be denied because their maiden name and their married name or their divorce name is not the same name on their driver's license or their birth certificates. And the list goes on. And what we want to say as moral leaders and people in this country and people impacted, we should be stopping any voter suppression. If the Senate wanted to do what it swore to do, it should be ensuring health care and passing universal health care. It should be ensuring that people have what they need for daycare, for food. How immoral is it? How damnable is it to say we got money for war, but we don't have money for children's hungry bellies? We don't have money for people to have housing. The money that we spend in this war, what if we put it in living wages? If we raise the minimum wage, that's what the Senate ought to be debating. How do we raise living wages? We've heard enough about affordability. Affordability is a definition of the problem. We need a solution. The only way you can solve affordability is you got to make sure people have health care, living wages, access to public education, and safety nets for hard times. Hard times. And so what we simply asking for is justice. And we're going to the Senate. And we're going to his office. We have a few more people that are going to come to make sure we folk understand this is not repairs of the breach of loan. We don't need that either. We don't need any lone soldiers anymore. This is about all of us, moral fusion. And what we're saying is all of our resources, everything we have, we need to put it in marching to the polls. And that marching to the polls, the midterm needs to be a first effort, not a last effort. It needs to be a signal that we are voting our vision, we are voting our dreams, we're voting our hope, and it is the beginning, it ought to be of at least a 20 to 30 year massive movement voting process where we say somebody's been hurting our people far too long and we won't be silent and we won't back away from our voting and our power anymore. And so Rabbi Mark Gruber is going to come from the Jewish community to say a word about why he's here, to go over to Senator Hume's office, and then Bishop Hirsch with the Lutheran Metro DC Lutheran Church, and then Bishop Brian Thompson with the Mid-Atlantic Episcopal area of the AME Zion Church, and then Reverend Nelson with Five Church Collaborative, and then Dr. Alvin O. Jackson, and then Dr. Hannah Broom will give us our instructions and close us out, and we're going to walk over to the Senate building, and we're going to go through security, because we can't do this anymore just by sending a text.
That's right.
And sending an email.
That's right.
And we pause all the time when we do this to remind folk that right now, as we're standing here today, 800 people will die by the end of this day from poverty. From just poverty, policy violence. And it doesn't have to be this way. It is not a choice of people. It is the bad choosing of our political leaders around policy. And we will speak with our voice, with our presence, with our bodies, and with our votes. But there's one thing we won't do, and that is be silent.
Not anymore.
Anymore. Rabbi?
I participate in a weekly Zoom gathering of retired Reform rabbis in the DMV. We've been meeting since COVID locked us into our private spaces. As the second Trump administration began to establish itself, we discussed how we might respond from a Jewish perspective to the troubling, abrupt, and sudden changes in our government that people in our neighborhood and across the country were experiencing directly. As rabbis, we discussed the need for religious leadership to provide a positive value-based declaration at a moment when we are caught reacting to a culture of cruelty. Out of these conversations came a statement of Jewish values that might serve as a basis for our teaching and preaching and activism, and we still think it's important to affirm what we believe in this time of moral nihilism. After discussion, two colleagues drew up statements. Rabbi Fred Reiner's draft resonated for our group. We discussed the text, we batted it around, we came up with it, we all signed it, and then this group of digital immigrants circulated this online as best we could.
Let me interrupt you just a little bit, Rabbi, with a little love and friendship. We got a limited time to get to the senator's office, and we need to know why you all are going to the Senate office this morning. That's a little love.
So, I shared 10 beliefs. I shared them with an interfaith group of actually Christian and Muslim students in Potsdam. They all signed on. I'll bet you'll want to sign on too. Here's the big 10. We believe that all people are the children of God, endowed with holiness, and all are equal in value.
That's right.
Amen.
We get that from Genesis. From Leviticus, we believe in welcoming the stranger, the alien in our midst, the one who lives with us. We're commanded to love the stranger as ourselves.
Amen.
We're a people of repeated migrations, and we're descended from strangers in Egypt.
Amen.
Also from Exodus and Leviticus, we believe in honesty.
Amen.
We're commanded not to bear false witness.
Amen.
4, from Pirkei Avot, a rabbinic teaching, we believe in listening respectfully, valuing the ideas of those who disagree, and seeking peace.
Amen.
And we certainly hope, God, that you open the ears and the hearts of those we're going to speak to so they learn to listen as well.
All right.
We believe, number 5,
30 more seconds. 30 seconds. I got to get the other pictures.
in fairness in business in all transactions. Stop engaging in fraud. Pay workers promptly. Honestly represent what's offered. We believe in respect for others. We're commanded to not take advantage of the weakness of others, not place a stumbling block before the blind. We feel that we need to engage in acts of kindness so that we can fight this culture of cruelty.
Rabbi, I'm going to have to let my other brothers come up, but we're going to take all these beliefs, but that's when you want to say this to the
Last
Senate.
one.
You give me one.
I'll skip 3
Give
and
me
go to
one.
10.
Yeah.
We cherish the religious freedom in the United States and celebrate the diversity of beliefs and practices in our country. We deeply value the constitutional guarantees separating religion and state that have made possible the flourishing of all religions in our country, and democracy requires that we all vote.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Brothers and sisters, do we have any copies of the flyer about the 100 days and the 1,000 marches? Here, I want to make sure members of the media, and I know where's Michael? Michael's going to make sure that members of the media you get it, because we don't want you to miss that this day is our announcement as we go to see the senator. 100 days of mobilization, 1,000 marches to the polls in early voting and beyond. We need to go back to the states, and in addition to that, repairs of the breaches, pushing a program with our partners to reach 5 million poor and low-wage infrequent voters in battleground states and in the South, and 1 million black men across the country in those same areas, because in most of those states, if less than 15% of those who have not voted were to vote, they could fundamentally shift the margins and the difference in the outcome. We are nonpartisan, but we are not non-political. And we recognize that it is time. Some people will listen, but some people, you have to exercise your right to vote so they can go home. Take time off. And we're not telling folks who to vote for, but what we're talking about are the values and the vision and calling all people to this democracy. So we want to make sure that the media is clear on that. Come on, my brother.
All right. Good morning. Morning. My name is Bishop Phil Hirsch, Lutheran Bishop of Washington, D.C. Lutherans are here because ensuring a fair and a just election process is one essential way that we love our neighbors and seek the common good. Scripture calls us to pray for and engage with those in authority who have been established by God for the common good. Our church urges advocacy against voter suppression and for equal access to the ballot, so that every voice created in God's image can be heard.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bishop Brian Thompson, the Bishop Mid-Atlantic of AME Zion Church. I come today on the scripture, if you seeth your brother in need and shutteth up your bowels of compassion, how dwelleth the love of God in you? We believe that there should never be voter suppression, and we need to expand voter access. We are sad that these senators and these persons who make laws are scared. But we came to tell you we're not scared, because we are going to bring this to you and let you know that we will not stand for this, because if it's bad for any of us, it's bad for all of us.
That's right. Thank you. Reverend Nelson?
Reverend Latasca Nelson, pastor in D.C. On yesterday, a mother came to me and she held my hands to pray. And in her prayer, I could hear those words that said, I want the people to vote. I want the people to vote. So I say to you that I don't come to these stairs empty-handed. I come with the hands of those mothers whose hands did not just fold. Her hands stood holding signs. Her hands stood marking the ballot. And we want you to know we will not stand and be silent. We want you to know when we march to the office that you cannot continue to suppress our vote. We will get out and vote.
Jackson.
Alvin Jackson with the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. I plainly, clearly, emphatically, I'm here today to say emphatically, somebody is hurting our people, and we won't be silent. I won't be silent anymore. And so I'm standing with Bishop Barber, repairers of the breach, and with all of our faith partners and movement partners to say that we're going to keep on standing, and we're not going to be silent until justice rolls down like waters. We're here today. Amen.
Free Palestine.
Dr. Broom comes to give us our directions. I want you to notice something. People said it was going to thunder and rain, and it did last night, but joy came in the morning. And isn't it amazing that when we talk about opening up voting, Bishop Thompson, when we talk about simply doing what is right in a democracy,
That's right.
what the 15th Amendment promises, that the sun comes out. There's been a lot of darkness happening in the Supreme Court, and a lot of darkness in the Senate, and a lot of darkness in the House. But when you speak the truth, the sun comes out. When you stand up for what's right, the sun comes out. And even the heavens declare that you're right when you want to see the least of these listed. That you're right when you want to see the rejected brought forth. That you're right when you fight for what is right. And everything we're concerned about, if you're against immoral, illegal war, then you got to be for voting and for maximizing our power. We cannot be a country where 90 million people don't vote and the House of Representatives is determined by 7,000 votes. That's darkness. But when we vote, the light comes out. The sun comes out. Even we get the approval of the heavens. If you're concerned about health care and living wages, and if you're tired of immigrants being treated like criminals and mothers being shot in the face, then you cannot, simply because they're trying to protect immigrants, you cannot stand down when it comes to the ballot.
That's right. That's right.
You must bring some light to this darkness. And even this morning, nature says if you do it, the sun will come out. But since the heavens has given us some sun, come on, Hannah, and line us up. And Brother Clinton and Sister Danielle, how you all want us to go 2 by 2 as we march.
Thank you, Bishop. We're a clergy and we're here because the ballot is sacred. We ask that you let our organizers raise their hands. We're going to follow them to our moral action on today. Thank you all.
With the orange armbands, please come forward 2 by 2. Find a partner and come with your partner.
Hold up, we were told.
Well, I worry more about my...
Oh, you mean walk them at the door? We can walk with them, yes. Yes, we can walk with them. Okay. Yep. But I want to leave the flags here because... Okay.
How far is it?
Just down to the corner.
Take one flag at the end and one at the beginning. Thank you. Members of the clergy.
Yes, sir.
We're all 2 by 2.
Man, walk with me.
All right, are we 2 by 2?
Give us 4 feet, like 4 spaces apart. So as Bishop walks,
Where's
let him walk up 4 steps.
I'm right behind you, Bishop.
the other clergy members?
Yes,
Bishop
sir.
Hurst is going over.
Yeah, they're all going over. They're going to fill out. Bishop Hurst, Bishop Thompson, Bishop Barber.
Mix in with them.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
That's ours. To have the litany.
Okay.
Is that the one we're going to do here?
Yeah.
Or the one for the night? Dr. Brewer, where you going to do?
With Bishop Barber. That's the one we're going to do in the atrium.
Okay, get Brother Hurst.
Pick up every sign. Pick up every yes.
Where's Brother Hurst? Can you get
Right behind you.
Right there.
Bishop Thompson's also
There's
right
going to be
behind
3
you.
of them. Let's do 4 across the clergy. 4 across. I'll get in the middle so I won't trip nobody. Brother Hurst, get right here beside me. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
get it set.
If y'all could give us some nice space.
Because they own it, it's going to benefit us.
It really is. Yes, sir.
A little teary, but I'm on it. You know, my mentor died, Bishop.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, he's my father.
No. Well, he helped me my first year too.
I would have left the ministry.
You can get it from around here. You can get it from around.
Okay.
So, give Bishop
Well, I,
Yeah.
is the red that you come
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that recognize that. So we were glad that we had these Come on up here, guys.
We go to the office and come back and see about that. I got Thank you, Uncle.
and the heart. So we go into the Senate.
Update is if you go through things in the office, you got to wear different charges. So what you do is you go into
Yeah, that's right.
These things, I still admire you guys. Like, I wish we could get half as many people out.
It was a whole thing. They said, stand in the door. Walk past you and just work.
Maybe we won't have to be doing it that.
What I'm going to do is step up and just because I walk.
taxes got too high, it's gotten too crowded. Lived here?
No. You always been in Ohio?
I'm going to be 6. Yeah, I've been born in the Toledo area. I was 16 years when I was born. Yeah, my dad got his job moved him with IRS.
And it's the people up there. One thing I didn't hear about it until last month. So,
What time did you see
this morning.
We didn't have it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to go to the
Which media are you with, McClellan? Sir? Which media are you with?
Reuters.
Reuters. Okay.
He's got a statement from you that he already got in the speech. So.
Okay. And you know that we will be.
You'll be right across the street from us.
Tonight?
Our offices are 1333 each.
So you're going to come tonight?
Right across.
From the church?
Yeah.
Great. Because that's when most of our partners will also, and we'll do a national charge with tens of thousands of people online. And one of the things that's important in your story is to note that people like Bishop Hurst, Bishop Thompson are not just here as individuals, but they represent thousands and thousands of people and thousands of churches, and that's important. You know, we got to go home. We're not mad at anybody except wrong.
That's right.
And we're not even mad. We're angry. We're not mad because we're not animals.
That's right.
But the power's in the states.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was looking this morning, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
In Arizona. Talk about tonight.
Oh, no, you're fine.
So that is the point that
Straight ahead. Just gotta wait for traffic. Mm-hmm. All right, Reverend Barber.
Which door you going in?
Maybe. You have to ask Hannah if you may get a shot.
That's right. That's right. We need to give her something.
We're still getting signatures. Did you all get an opportunity to sign?
I put my name at the top for you. This is ain't nothing in there crazy. It's letter to Thune. You heard me say that? Yes, sir. I said ain't nothing in there. It's how you want. Yeah, you can see it.
Let's get a shot. I would shot it at the big graphic.
So no placards can come in. This way?
We're going to get the 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Can we get a chair, maybe?
I think we're going up the elevator.
Hey, you heard your wait, are you doing it?
No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
They're coming.
Well, let me make sure I say this. I know you got it. But we want you to know that part of this, come on here, effort with the terror, we've been doing this public pulpit here and in about 12 other states. We believe clergy, activists, moral leaders need to be in the public, declaring another vision. But we also know we got to have a movement. And that's why we're calling for these 1,000 marches on the first day of early voting and then beyond. But also the outreach to 5 million poor and low-wage infrequent voters who hold the power to change the margins, and then 1 million black men. And all this will be peer-to-peer. We've organized and we're training 5,000 to do texting, door knocking. Everything now, we believe, needs to be micro, and rather than coming to D.C. and having a day, we need to have days of mobilization and marching. Imagine in every city, you could have as high as 20 marches at the same time. Because what people will do is find their early voting place, get as close as they can, and then walk. It can be barbershops, hair salons, people in the hood, housing developments, churches, lodges, fraternities, sororities, everybody. That's what we're trying to do. And we've got now over 40 partners, national and otherwise, that have joined in. So I'll let you go do your other folks.
No, that's great. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, for every time we see
yeah, all and all of
them. Just in all those associations
come together. Yeah, we call it moral fusion. And I'm reminded of something Dr. King said in '65. He said, every time there's the possibility for the masses of poor Negroes and the masses of white people to come together, intentional division is sown. That's right. And he said the greatest fear of the Southern aristocracy and the greedy oligarchy is for the masses of black and white to come together around an economic anti-poverty and anti-racist agenda. And I believe, Bishop, the reason they fighting so hard because they know how close we are. That's right. The question is, do we know? We got to be light. Because they know. Yeah, they know. They know.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Anything that all electronic.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, 5th floor, flat 511.
So we go down.
Hang on, Bishop.
It's an elevator.
We got a few more people.
Oh, no, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere till you tell me.
The news media
I'll try
led you
not to
astray.
smell.
Sorry. I would have dragged you down the hall. I would get a good sound bite. I would have stopped that.
That's all right.
In my Senate, 71.
You don't preach that, the Holy Ghost.
Oh, yeah?
The church there was
Anything metal electronic, check out the sack.
it's funny that we did a film of national and put it in the journal. Then we started getting some information that right. When I got back to the state, I went to
Y'all, if you can stand to the side of the hallway, we gotta keep this hallway.
oh, okay. And because I
about halfway in. We're almost. Bring off the tape against the wall to make sure the workers in this building do their jobs.
We want to be good business.
If some of you all would start coming down this way on this end.
It's nice to see them.
All right, we're getting ready. Get on the elevator.
This is the letter. This is the one that's signed.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Red.
We're ready.
Little by little. Yeah.
Go. Hold up. Let's make sure.
But then the confessing church, when the confessing church came out, they didn't come out against him. They came out, they challenged doctrine, but not against him. And then Bonhoeffer came in and went to Abyssinia and proclaimed, I'll preach about Jesus from the red letter. Ain't that something? That's all. Yeah. He'd have never gone to a black church. He would have never got into it together. And also he met with Yeah, we're not going to go all the way. We're going to go stand in the hall close. First time I came in here, we represented Phil Jackson Lee Walker. One of the officers, be a little president. She came with a clear impression. She went in, which changed a lot. you have, you find a group of 7 people that vote. Now, this is just to go into the
This is just, this is just to go into
yeah, not go. You try?
Most of us are not going to go inside the office.
and no cameras or no cameras.
I can do the door.
Wait.
Tell people
Good morning, everyone. We're coming to you live this morning from the Senate, Durston Senate office building, right outside of Senate Majority Leader John Jones' office. This is not a photo op. We are here as moral witness at the door of Senator John Jones. Right now we have Reverend Dr. William Bishop Barber and Coalition delivering a letter on behalf of the pulpit, Moral Monday Pulpit Coalition.
Read the letter.
You all bear with me.
Read the letter.
I'm going to read you all what this letter says. It says, Dear Senate Majority Leader Thune, we are writing to you today on behalf of our Moral Mondays coalition made up of local clergy and moral leaders directly impacted and poor people, national religious bodies, and advocacy organizations representing tens of millions of people across the United States of America. We have been gathering in front of the White House since March 28th of this year to protest the illegal and unjust war against Iran, the immoral cuts to health care and nutrition assistance, and the assault on voting rights. Now, we are requesting a meeting in Senator John Thoone's office on today, August 3rd, 2026, before the Senate leaves for the August recess. We wish to discuss with you the urgency of protecting the sacred right to vote, this immoral war with Iran, and the necessity of programs like SNAP and Medicaid that so many families rely on to survive. God speaks repeatedly in every text that the first goal of government should be justice and love for the least of these. And our Constitution demands we establish justice. We pray you recognize the gravity of this moment. We look forward to your response to leaders. Thank you.
All right, so we sent that as a certified letter several days ago. We have not received a response.
We have not. We did a letter delivery here at Senator Thoone's office on Friday. We also, well, on Thursday, we did a letter delivery to Senator Schumer's office on Friday. We have not heard back, been given a response, and so today we come looking for a response.
Right. For the folks who just came in, what's going on? Who's in the office?
So we have clergy, along with our leader, Reverend William Barber, along with clergy and local coalition impacted people who are joining in against this immoral, destructive bill. However, my colleague and I were able to deliver the letter on Thursday and Friday of last week. And so this is what we basically do.
Saying that the Senate should in no way engage in any deal that has anything on voter suppression. We have our voting rights lawyers with us. They come from the South. I come from the South. We know about voter suppression. We want it so that everybody, Republican, Democrat, regardless of color, creed, sexuality, has not only the right to vote, but every opportunity to vote. God's people, every first goal of government, justice, our Constitution says we establish it. So we pray you will recognize the gravity of this call.
Clergy are now praying inside of Senator King's office. Clergy are praying for the end of voter suppression, the end of war. Praying against the Save America Act that will not save America, but will destroy America and its people.
right, y'all. If we could line up against the wall 2 by 2. If we could line up against the wall 2 by 2. 2 by 2. We're going to start walking this way. 2 by 2. Walk a little slower so we can all stay together. Just walk slowly so we can all touch other. 2 by 2. Let's walk 2 by 2.
Where's the H? What for?
We gotta walk down the hallway and then to our first meeting.
Deadwood? What about Deadwood? that way.
South North Dakota, this is the...
This is my partner.
2 by 2.
And they don't get a truth. And they don't need to beat up on them, but they ain't got their own. They just, but that you believe that legislative leader came out there. He understood. Because that's the guy who writes the policy. You know. And for him to step out and say, oh no, we're going to see this letter. He knows. He knows that he is. Patrick, to all the people live streaming, we just left the senator's office. We'd asked for a meeting. He never responded. His team never responded. So we left a message. They told us that if we stayed in and prayed in and sit in, the charges could go as high as felonies because of new rules. And we're not going to put the people at that risk, but we are not leaving. We're going to the atrium. And there are people who are committed to engage in direct action. This is the reason why we have to mobilize. The very fact that senior religious leaders would come and the senator would not respond to the letter just to sit down and talk, it's clear that some people are interested in talking, and the only thing they will respond to is a massive turnout of the vote and a shifting of power structures in this city, which is why, again, we say to all y'all that are looking, we've got to march to the polls and not just march here in Washington. We want you to tune in at 5:30 tonight at the New York Avenue Presbyterian Church, when you will hear from organizers, impacted people, clergy, as we launch these next 93 days. Started a week ago, 100 days, for 1,000 marches to the polls, early voting, and beyond. We are giving this away. Prepares the Greek wants you to take it. Whoever you all are, just take it, and organize your community, organize your churches, organize your groups. Own this, and then understand you're going to hear over and over and over again. The United States Congress, the way it is the way it is, because of only 7,000 votes in a country where 90 million people chose not to vote. 90 million people. And even in the South, there's so much power that's being left unused. The South is no longer a solid South. And it's going to take people like you from the bottom up. It's going to take impacted people. It's even going to take us challenging some of the traditional ways of isolating our people and calling all people and pushing an agenda and not just personality. I believe my own self that personality voting is just about going out the door. People want to know not just are you against somebody, but what are you going to do? And then let me say to politicians that may hear this, this may be the last election that you can get people to come out, and if they don't see action, they may not come back. That's really. So if you tell people, if you get elected and get the majority, you're going to pass living wages, don't lie to them this time. Don't do that, because people in this moment need they need fulfilled hope, not just promises. Yeah. So thank all of you all for tuning in. Go tell everybody you know to tune in if you're not in Washington, D.C., 5:30 tonight on our site, reachprepares.org. And then if you're here in D.C., Maryland, come out and join us as we gather and then march from the church to Black Lives Matter Plaza, and then we do a launching litany where we launch and we go home. As Dr. King said, go back to Mississippi, go back to Alabama, go back to Georgia, go back to Louisiana, go back to North Carolina, go back to Tennessee. That's where the work is.
Somebody's hurting our people, and it's gone.
Methodism and holiness ain't wrong in its origination.
Somebody's hurting our people, and it's gone on far too long. And today, we brought this message to the Senate Majority Leader, Jonathan's office, because we refuse to be silent anymore.
You're still here. Did y'all hit the mic?
Where do we go?
Ground floor. If you go into the mountain, the sculpture, in the atrium, bottom of the atrium.
For a single family.
You go to the atrium.
I get that with you. Hot building. I'm just following the lead.
Sure.
Well, where it voted on.
Go ahead. Y'all need some waiting. 19.
To move money for war.
Literary. Oh, wonderful war. Thank you all. As you all are talking to people too around the country, your friends, just keep reminding them this is the own. What we're trying to do as a parish is give something to the people that they can own. You know, a pastor can do this. A guy told me the other day, he said, I got a motorcycle club, we're going to do it. Somebody told me, said, you know, I'm going to get the boys in the hood and the girls in the hood, and we don't care. Just streets, everybody own it, you know. Just own it.
There's another public housing.
Public housing, yeah.
And we are willing to acquire local
from
those professional staff.
But you know what? If I tell you what, if y'all organize the marches from public housing and go to the polls, you got to say on public the difference. Primary. Yep. Okay. Hatred, right? Hatred, right here. Which way we go?
From D.C. across this country, we're calling on states to organize and 1,000 marches to the polls. It's not enough to protest outside of your state house. It's not enough to cry aloud, but we must put action behind our words. It is time to not only march in the streets, but to march in the streets.
See, the thing about it is, like what she just told me, the time is now when we got to do this part again. See, and if you go to vote by yourself, nobody can see. But if they have, you know, 200 people that's left in public housing, where they going? They're all going to vote. They will, that's going to push a new And it says that the angel took the water. Well, one thing I have a problem with is that he said nobody helped me in the pool. My daddy used to say if he had inch, 1 inch a day, he'd got in the pool. See, nothing. We have to have that. Nothing is going to deter us. Is this where we are?
Straight down to the right.
How far, Clint? To the sculpture? Oh, okay. Oh, where they are?
Yes.
Okay. Lord, already.
You'll find when we get you to wicker cotton.
We are here today because this bill will not.
You might want to work your hands. I'm going to develop some more of mine. And bring 30 articles from clergy, impact the people, and policy scholars. And we got a printer, but we're going to put kind of handle that. See, that would be a good place to date. Yeah. Uh-oh. Let's get everybody around.
In a circle.
Circle.
Let's move out of the line. We'll go up here and on the orange line, and then we're going to gather on the other side up there.
If everybody's got the orange band.
Armbands in the center. Armbands in the center. Everybody else, let's make a circle around the outside. If you have an armband, nice big circle.
And we want to thank
nice and loud, nice and
our persons for being witnesses, those clergy and impact and others who are willing to engage today. They're witnessing for many, many thousands. We're here because we're saying to the Senate, we went to meet with Senator Thune, we sent them a letter, but they chose not to set up a meeting because we believe that this place needs to have a moral conversation and change. We're here because we are against immoral, illegal war. We're here because we stand against massive attacks on the right to vote. When we should be expanding the right to vote, we should be ending war, we should be guaranteeing health care and living wages. That's the work of the people and the work of public policy. And it's what ought to be happening, if I can put it, what ought to be happening in this place. And we have a responsibility as impacted people and as moral leaders, not to be silent, not to be partisan, but to be principled.
Yes.
To be principled.
Yes.
And we're going to read a litany here in a minute. But I was told by Brother Clinton that this sculpture behind you is supposed to represent mountains in the clouds. I just got back from the other side of Denver, 11,000 feet at a conference. I never really understood what Dr. King meant. I knew the words. I've been to the mountain, I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land until last week. Because I found out that when you're in the mountains, if you're high enough, you can see two realities. One is you can see all the valleys that you've come through, all the challenges you've come through, all of the places that you didn't think you were going to make it through. If you get high enough, you can see that. You can see that. And in that moment, it reminds you why you cannot give up what you have fought so hard to win.
Yes.
From the mountain, you can see it so much clearer. But also in the mountains, you can see the possibilities.
Yes.
You can see the other places that are possible and where you can go. And in a real sense, we don't need to be in this moment in America wallowing down in the valley of despair and hopelessness and acting like nothing can change. We need to go up in our faith, go up in our courage, go up in our joy, go up in our truth-telling, go up in our witness, go up in our nonviolent activism, go up in our preaching, go up in our praying, go up in our mobilizing.
Yes. Yes.
And if we go up, we'll see that, yes, these are some troubling times and we are in the midst of a battle for civilization. But we don't have to succumb to it.
That's right.
It doesn't have to be.
That's right.
There's some more valleys, Dr. Jackson, to cross.
Yes.
There's some more rivers to cross.
Yes.
And when you're up there, you can see even some ways through. When I get around sometimes and I look at all of the people who've been hurt, the lack of health care, hurt, food stamps taken from them, and voter suppression. And when I add all of them up, they take me a little higher. Because what I recognize is that's power.
Yes.
It's power. It's more people that we have that if they are mobilized, they can pull this nation up out of the place that it is now.
Yes. Yes.
And so I'm going to close with this before the litany. We wanted to tell Senator Thune this, and maybe we need to tell ourselves this. My son was an environmental physicist, and he once told me, he said, Dad, if you ever get stuck in mountain terrain in the wilderness, he said, before you start walking, go up and get a little higher. And I said, why do you walk out of mountain terrain, but you first go up and get a little higher? He said, because snakes live at low level.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
He said, but every mountain has a snake line.
Mama. Mama.
And snakes can't live at high altitude.
That's it.
All right. And if you can get above the snake line, then the snakes turn over and die.
Mama. Mama.
But you see the power and the way to walk out of. I want you to know voter suppression is below the snake line. Denying people their health care is below the snake line. Lying and greed is below the snake line. Immoral war and illegal war is below the snake line. And our job is to walk to the polls and go up until we can get this nation above the snake line. We're tired of the poison. We're tired of being bitten. We're tired of being held back. It's time to get above the snake line. And every vote will take us above the snake line. Let's read our litany.
We stand at the precipice of a new dawn, calling forth a mass movement of the people. For 100 days, we commit our feet to the pavement and our faith to action. People, it is time for a mass movement vote. We will sit out no longer. We will stand down no more. We hear the prophet angels crying through the centuries. Let justice go down like water and righteousness come to every Lord's street. People, we march with our faith demands a public witness with justice. Remember the 15th Amendment and its promise that the right to vote shall not be denied because of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. The ballot
violation of DC Code 22-1307, which prohibits demonstrations on Capitol grounds. If you do not cease and desist, you will be arrested. This is your first warning.
I'm just going to back you out of here. You can stand right there. Yep.
It is time to march to the polls. We believe mercy and justice belong together. We must organize, mobilize, and march. We believe there must
My name is Lieutenant Kevin Rumont. You are in violation of DC Code 22-1307, which prohibits demonstrations on Capitol grounds. If you do not cease and desist, you will be arrested. This is your second warning.
Mobilize and march. From this place, we go back to our congregations, communities, campuses, neighborhoods, and states. We will organize and mass movement. 100 days to put our faith into action and our feet into the streets. 100 days to action.
My name is Lieutenant Kevin Rumont. You are in violation of DC Code 22-1307, which prohibits demonstrations on Capitol grounds. If you do not cease and desist, you will be arrested. This is your third and final warning.
Come this way for me, folks, on this side, please. Come over here, folks. Over there.
To headquarters?
To our headquarters?
No, citation and chair.
What's the purpose for? You need to go up? Okay, then everybody get over there. Right by the exit, make it right. There's a hallway.
Ask everybody to.
What's that? No, just some code, DC code, blah, blah, blah. It's a technical, it's a $50 fine. The guy, the bald-headed officer here, who walking towards us, I'm not sure who's, I think I see the guy in charge.
No, they're going to be doing on the bus. All right?
All right. Without a note. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yep. No, but we have one available. You won't, but, always here to help, all right?
Yeah, I would have, because that one's got steps.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can't do those steps.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right, sir?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Yep.
Which way is it?
Call. Show.
So we,
Can I get a statement from you?
yeah, we've had clergy, impacted people who just got arrested for simply crying out for voting rights and telling the Senate not to engage in voter suppression. Some of the people that were there asked me not to go because we've got a gathering tonight and they want me to tell their story and be a witness. We've been here, I've been arrested here like 6 or 7 times. And it's kind of shameful that you get arrested for shouting out for voting rights, but you don't get arrested for voter suppression. You get arrested caring about voting rights and living wages and health care, but you don't get arrested for an illegal war. But we're going to arrest the attention of the nation. And tonight we're going to launch this massive call for 1,000 marches to the poll the first day of early voting. We hope you'll join us. We hope people of goodwill. And we don't care what your party is. What we want you to do is because you believe in the principle of one person, one vote, and equal protection under the law for everybody. No vote should ever be denied or abridged in this place called America. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, bro. So, good working with you.
How you doing?
Okay.
Yep. Not too hot.
Yeah. It's a long. Anyway, see you soon.
Done. I got you.
Senator, and you in a way that